Hello, everyone. Rail Fanning Meteorologist Productions here. It's been quite a while since I've posted anything. Um, and I see something that might be worth talking about. So I'm gonna try to do a video on it, even though it's been quite a while since I've tried to forecast a winter storm. So I don't know how accurate I'm going to be, but I'm certainly going to try. Um, I'm feeling tired tonight, so I'm probably not going to get too detailed, but I'll talk about the basics and at least what I understand from this. This is a very interesting situation that I'm looking at here. So what you're looking at right now is the 500 millibar vorticity map from the 18C GFS today. Um, for those of you that don't know what vorticity is, it's basically spin in the atmosphere, it's rotation, it's basically energy for storms. So whenever you see vorticity, generally you expect to see some sort of disturbance at the surface, mid-level, or upper level. And I just went the storm I'm interested in is actually a week from today. There's actually two systems I'm interested in because one is going to play a huge role in the formation of the other. So, um, looking at this map, well, it's actually not that too hard to interpret. What the first thing to realize is that we are looking at Saturday evening, this upcoming Saturday evening. Um, the first feature I want you to focus on is this long string of vorticity right here, going from the Gulf Coast all the way up to Maine here. Um, if I'm interpreting this correctly, I believe this is actually a cold front. I looked at the other maps and I did verify that there is a wind shift on the other side, a very, very strong wind shift on the other side of this line of vorticity. And whenever you have a strong wind shift, that is indicative of a strong front. Um, and the shift is to a northerly wind, so that should be indicative of a cold front. Um, Now, with the front itself, you do have some precipitation that's going to come through, but it should mainly be rain because in the beginning you're going to have warm air, you're not going to have cold air. But behind the front, you're going to have a source of cold air. So that's where the second feature comes in. The second feature that I want you to pay attention to is this piece of energy here, this piece of vorticity. This we call it a trough or a shortwave trough, and it is these troughs that can often create some of the heavier snowstorms if they come through when cold air is present. Um, Now, at first, I am not seeing a strong signal from this trough that a storm is present, but I guess there's some interaction when it gets to the Atlantic Ocean because, there's always interactions between the ocean and the land, and then this front moves through and provides a very strong source of cold air from the Canadian Maritimes. And I'm going to move forward now. And you can see what another thing we want to look for with these troughs is if you live in the I-95 corridor, the Mid-Atlantic, and New England, you always want these troughs to have a negative tilt. And what I mean by that is a tilt from northwest to southeast. Because what that does is it directs the storm up the coast rather than out to sea, and it absorbs moisture from the Atlantic so that you get heavier precipitation. So that would, if you're a snow lover, that would be more snow. If it's positively tilted, then you're looking at a storm that's going out to sea rather than up the coast. Now, what I'm seeing with this particular trough, my theory is that the cold front is setting up an environment that is strengthening this short wave significantly and bringing in all this cold air from the Canadian Maritimes, and it will bring, I would say, at least a moderate snow to anywhere from the northern mid-Atlantic to potentially southern and middle New England up to Boston. So that would include Philadelphia, Trenton, New York City, maybe even Albany, areas like that, Hartford. Normally I would have a threat map prepared. I don't today. I will try to have one prepared if this looks like it's going to pan out. I really hope it does, because I could really use a snowstorm right now. So that is the vorticity map. Now I'm going to show you the surface map. To show you what I mean here. So if we go to like here, no, that's too far. Okay. That's annoying. Okay. So if we go to Friday, what you see here is you actually see the making of a cold front. And that's going to move through the area on Saturday evening. So that is the first system that's going to come through. Then behind it, what you see is this deep blue right here. And that is what I believe is going to develop behind the cold front due to the injection of Arctic air and potentially strengthening of the vorticity and maybe some absorption of moisture from the Atlantic Ocean. And as we go ahead, so actually it looks like the this could go all the way down to Washington, D.C., but again, we're a week out, so you want to be careful with what you see. So actually, it doesn't even look like much, to be honest with you. I think it could be at least a moderate snowfall. There's the low that pops up to support the storm. 1,000 millibars is not really that strong. But it's something to potentially look forward to. And what you could also do, if you go to regional, I hope I'm not going to be disappointed if I do this. Okay. What we could check is the predicted snowfall amounts to make sure I'm not completely wrong on this. No, that's pretty good. 27.6 inches in West Virginia. Jesus. That's in the mountains, though. But yeah, like I said, this could be, looking at uh 3 to 6 for Long Island, New York City, going up towards Boston, 6 to 8. 3 to 6 down towards Philadelphia, and yeah, maybe it doesn't really reach DC, but yeah, like I said, at this point I would put um I would say be on moderate alert for this event. I wouldn't say that this is something to be significantly concerned about yet. I would just say keep it on the back of your mind. So moderate, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the week. I'll try to post every other day unless something significant happens, in which case I'll post more often. All right. Thank you very much, and have a good night.